Gifted to the York County History Center in 2017, this cape was owned and used by Ethel Gunnett, who originally received the cape from the estate of a woman who she cleaned for in York, Pennsylvania. Ethel passed the cape down to her niece, Patricia Schell, in 1973. This cape is made of black and white colobus monkey fur. Gaining the knowledge that this jacket is made of monkey fur elicits thoughts for everyone, whether it be disgust at how long and human-like the fur is, or intrigue into the craft required to construct it. Despite personal feelings, fur has been a staple in the human dress for thousands of years, and this example highlights the use of fur in high fashion. Monkey fur is most often associated with use in the 1930s, but was also used in the 19th century. A March 1867 article from Arthur's Home magazine describes monkey fur as well known, prized for how elegantly it hung over the hands when made into a muff. Designer Elsa Schiaparelli brought monkey fur to haute couture fashion in the 1930s. In 1933, Schiaparelli presented a shoulder tray coat with a ring of long black monkey fur encircling the coat at shoulder height. Later, in the 1930s, Schiaparelli introduced several garments featuring monkey fur, and after this, it quickly became a feature on ready-made garments. In advertisements, monkey fur was described as modern, daring, and sophisticated. The monkey fur used by Schiaparelli and this cape comes from the colobus monkey. Native to Africa, the colobus is an arboreal monkey, meaning it spends most of its life in the tree canopy. The colobus monkeys vary in color, and the black and white variety is most commonly sought after for the contrast between the two colors. Western fashionable dress no longer uses colobus monkey fur, as they are currently at risk from habitat loss due to deforestation. It is important to remember that where there is hair, there is also skin. Loss of flexibility, vulnerability to dry rot, oxidation, and color change are all a part of the natural degradation of skins and furs. What a garment is made out of is important because it allows collection staff to know how it may react to different agents of deterioration. Like all other museum objects, fur garments are susceptible to improper temperature and relative humidity levels, light damage, water damage, pests, and more. Minimizing external threats, maintaining proper climate, and using archival materials for storage and display of fur garments can slow down these effects and promote their longevity, as well as periodic monitoring of the storage space by staff. Artifacts are susceptible to external threats, and sometimes the artifact itself can be dangerous to us as well. Zoological fashions that contain taxidermied animals or animal parts are often prepared with arsenic to ward off pests, and that poses a risk to the staff, which is why it is important to wear gloves and other PPE like aprons and particle filtering face masks, especially if it is unknown whether or not something may contain harmful chemicals. Because fur garments are subject to fur loss, they should be handled as minimally as possible. The cape is cleaned using a HEPA-filtered vacuum, which has 2 layers of mesh secured to the end of the wand with a rubber band. Dust and debris is directed into the stream of the vacuum using a low suction and a soft, natural bristle brush moving in the same direction as the natural grain of the fur. After processing and cleaning, the object is ready to be rehoused. Because there is fur on all sides of the object, it cannot be simply placed in a box. Placing this in a box would promote fur matting and even further fur loss. The interior of the cape is lined with silk, which is slightly discolored and in good condition with no indications of shattering or brittleness. There is relatively even weight distribution on the front and back of the cape, so a padded hanger providing support is the best solution for long-term storage in this case. We use a paper pattern in the correct size, in this case adult, and cut 2 pieces of muslin using the pattern. The 2 pieces are sewn using a sewing machine to create a neat bottom edge, and then the 2 sides are sewn together, leaving a small gap at the top where the hook of the hanger is fed through. The hanger is covered in cotton batting using a needle and thread to secure the bottom in place. The sewn cover is then flipped right side out, The muslin cover is placed over the hanger covered in the batting. The cover is secured at the bottom with a few final stitches, and now the hanger is ready for the cape. And most importantly, the cape is ready for long-term storage.